In the 1960s, the Protestant faith dominated religion in America. After the Second World War, Christian America became prominent after parents of baby boomers in the late 1940s and early 1950s moved to suburbs and raised their children in the Christian faith. This conservative landscape did not thrive for long, as the Civil Rights Movement, the Sexual Revolution, the Vietnam War, the Women's Liberation Movement, and new alternative religions such as Buddhism challenged the traditional church and its teachings. With these movements well underway, many people were freely practicing religion, and issues started to rise concerning the impact of religion on education and where the line should be drawn. This led to an overlap between church and state that needed to be addressed. One of the first problems between schools and churches was the court case Everson v. Board of Education in 1947, which ruled that the state of New Jersey could reimburse parents for transportation to parochial schools because it helped the parents, not the parochial schools. Another court case that arose from the involvement of religion in the schools was Board of Education of Central School District No. 1 v. Allen in 1968, in which the court ruled that school boards could lend textbooks to parochial schools because it helped parents and not the organization. However, neither case was able to establish a firm, acceptable boundary for when the state has become too involved with religion. Lemon v. Kurtzman in 1971 sought to fix that. The case began after the state of Pennsylvania passed a law that allowed the local government to use money to fund educational programs that taught religious-based lessons and activities. Alton Lemon, a social worker and civil rights activist, believed that preferential treatment of services that are rooted in religion was a direct violation of the separation between church and state, and took the issue to court. His main argument was that the state law was a direct violation of the United States Constitution, specifically the Establishment Clause in the First Amendment, which states that Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof. In Lemon v. Kurtzman, the Supreme Court ruled that the passing of any state laws that establish a religious body is a direct violation of the United States Constitution, and consequently ruled in favor of Alton Lemon. The verdict in Lemon v. Kurtzman led to the creation of the Lemon Test. This test is a classification system that is used to see whether or not state laws regarding funding or creating religious institutions with public money violate the United States Constitution. It consists of three major prongs. 1. Does the legislature have a secular purpose? Or, in other words, is it bound by religious laws or guidelines? 2. Does this legislature advance or inhibit a religion? And 3. Can this be considered excessive government control of or entanglement in religion? This test ensures that the general population's interests take priority within public institutions, and also prohibits the federal government from becoming overly religious or involved with a particular religious institution. The Lemon v. Kurtzman case was central in defining the boundaries between church and state in regards to education, and its legacy can be seen today in issues such as reading the Bible in schools or refusing to say the Pledge of Allegiance.